What if I told you that one of America's most trusted companies built its empire on a mountain of lies, and no one noticed until it was too late? This isn't just a story about accounting. This is a story about greed, deception, and the greatest corporate scandal in American history. Rewind to the 1990s. Enron was a corporate superstar. Originally an energy pipeline company, it reinvented itself as an energy trader and tech innovator. Wall Street couldn't get enough. Fortune named it America's most innovative company, 6 years in a row. Its CEO Jeff Skilling and chairman Ken Lay were treated like business geniuses. Stock prices soared. Investors poured in billions. But behind all the hype was a ticking time bomb. At the heart of Enron's empire was a twisted financial trick called mark-to-market accounting. Enron would sign a long-term contract, estimate future profits, and immediately record those estimates as revenue, as if the money already existed. It was smoke and mirrors. Then came the special purpose entities, or SPEs. These were shell companies created to hide Enron's growing debts, and CFO Andrew Fastow, yes, the guy managing Enron's finances, was also managing many of these fake entities, personally profiting from them. The whole thing was a scam, but it looked brilliant on paper, until it didn't. Inside Enron, survival meant deception. The corporate culture was brutally competitive. Employees were ranked, and the bottom 15% were fired every year no matter what. That pushed people to fake numbers, fudge forecasts, and cover up losses. Meanwhile, top executives were cashing out millions in stock options, while encouraging their employees to keep investing in Enron shares. It wasn't just unethical, it was evil. By late 2001, the cracks began to show. Analysts asked questions. Enron had no answers. The stock price tumbled, from $90 to under $1 in just months. In December 2001, Enron filed for bankruptcy, the largest in U.S. history at the time. Over 20,000 employees lost their jobs, their pensions, and their savings. Investors lost billions. And the company that once bragged about shaping the future was gone. So what was Enron's darkest secret? It wasn't just the fraud, it was the system that enabled the fraud, unchecked, unchallenged, and blind to the truth. Arthur Andersen, one of the big 5 accounting firms, was Enron's auditor, but they didn't blow the whistle. Why? Because Andersen was making millions from Enron, not just from auditing, but also from consulting. In fact, they helped design some of the very schemes they were supposed to oversee. That's like hiring your own getaway driver, and calling it legal advice. Enron's collapse shook the corporate world to its core. But the shockwaves didn't stop there. Arthur Andersen, once a prestigious accounting powerhouse, was convicted of obstruction of justice for shredding Enron documents. Though the conviction was later overturned, the damage was done. The firm dissolved in 2002, laying off 85,000 employees globally. Corporate America was under fire. People were angry, trust in Wall Street was shattered, and lawmakers were forced to respond. That response came in the form of the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002, or SOX. SOX changed the rules forever. CEOs and CFOs were now required to personally certify financial statements. External auditors became more independent. Public companies had to improve internal controls and transparency. Penalties for fraud became harsher. It was a wake-up call, loud, painful, and long overdue. And it wasn't just about Enron. It was about every company, every boardroom, and every executive who thought they were untouchable. Enron was a giant brought down by greed, but it wasn't alone. And while laws like Sarbanes-Oxley helped clean up the mess, one question still remains. Could another Enron happen again? The answer? It already has. Maybe not the same playbook, but the same game. So stay curious, stay skeptical, and most of all, demand the truth. Like this video if you believe corporate accountability matters. Subscribe for more deep dives into the scandals that shape the world. And let us know in the comments. Was Enron the warning we ignored? Until next time, keep questioning the system.